Hello ladies and gentlemen, how you doing today? My name is Bilify, and today we are here to counter a glove. Which glove is that? Why, of course it's the Null glove! And these are going to be the amazing goobers that are going to be here to help us figure out each of these counters. We have from left to right, Bio, Klee, and then Carl. Shout out to each and every single one of you, thank you, and let's get going. So believe it or not, default is actually going to be the first counter on our list here. Anything with speed is going to help you to evade the little gremlins that pop out of the ground. So if they are spawned at you, what you're going to do is you're just going to use your fart blast, use your ability, get to an edge, get to the side, because you're just going to try to make them all fall off the edge so that they cannot grab you. That is the best method that you can use with default. The next counter on the list, of course, is going to be all of the rocks. You cannot be attacked in a rock. So Diamond, Custom, and Mega Rock are all going to work. The thing that's interesting, though, when the gremlins attack the person in the rock, it makes the rock, like, phaseable. So people go right through the rocks. It's very odd, but you can use any of the rocks to survive. Custom and Mega Rock are going to be definitely better than the original rocks that you're using because it does keep them on contact. Don't use the Zzz. It will not help you. They will eat you in your sleep. Now, Extended. You could use Extended as like a get away from me type of glove, so when they're chasing you down, you don't have to get as close to them, and you can use the Extended glove to hit them and smack them. Extended does work, but I feel like there is better options that you can use in that scenario, so keep that in mind that it's okay, but it's not the best. You could for sure use the Flash glove as like an escape. As soon as you see any of the minions that get spawned on you, all you're gonna do is you're gonna go teleport yourself over to one of these side islands and just sit on the side so that when they go after you, they fall into the void and die down there. That is how you're going to use any of the speed gloves, Flash, Dream, all of them. What happens with Thanos? Set a waypoint at the staircase so that while you're fighting, you're like, oh no, okay, what do I do? Just teleport back and then go over to the side island over here. That is a great way to use the Thanos glove. The next counter is going to be Dream, of course. If you can't fight fire with fire, then use speed. So they're going to try to go after you, but guess what? You could run around and you could go back and fight the original user that cast it in if you really wanted to and be okay. But the main goal is you're going to go to the side here, any island, and make sure that all of these little goobers fall off, and then you go right back into fighting. That's one way you can use Dream. There's multiple different ways. It works out well. So with Golden's ability, are you safe? Yep, you are perfectly safe while using the Golden ability. A fantastic counter to this is going to be Reverse. This is a major counter to this glove here. If you call in the minions on a reverse user, they can basically get you no matter what, because as soon as they use their ability and the gremlins attack them, it attacks the original user that used it. So Reverse, massive W. So far, Reverse has been one of the best counters. Now, Shukuchi, what happens if you target a user while the minions are after you? Running. Oh, Shukuchi is a counter because these little minions right here cannot attack people during an animation, so any glove that has that is going to be great. So there's something that's funny with the Duelist glove. It's not a counter, but you can actually grab a single minion. Huh? What just happened? It's like me versus one little minion. So if you try to use Duelist, it will go after one entity, and that one entity can be one little gremlin. I don't recommend using Duelist on a user who has the gremlins, because they can definitely go into your arena here and spawn their ability, which will kill you. If you use Blocked against the users, I don't think it's gonna matter. Yeah, you're not safe. Blocked and Buddies is not gonna work for you. What happens if you throw a rock at them? So you can put them in rocks, but it's only temporary. They don't slow down. Just a goober moment. Phantom is going to be another thing that's great for speed. You're going to use this to speed dash to an island. So you're fighting, they get spawned on you. Just use this Phantom Dash to get a speed boost and go over to an island. And that is all you're going to use the Phantom Dash for. Does the Stop glove stop the minions? It does. Okay. I hardly recommend Stop, but I'm definitely going to do it here because it'll help you to stop them and slap them. You could use Track as a deterrent. I would not use this as a counter. Tableflip is interesting. You could use this as a deterrent as well. Ooh, Tableflip is actually amazing. Look at that. The table will actually take away the minions. That's pretty crazy. This is a massive counter, actually. I thought it was going to be deterrent, because for some reason I thought it would clip through, but no. It kills the minions, making the Tableflip one of the top tier gloves to use against this. Ping Pong is a deterrent glove. You cannot use this glove to attack little gremlins, unfortunately. Boy! It makes the sound, but it doesn't do anything to the gremlins. So it's just a deterrent glove to attack the user that's going after you. I would not use the ping pong glove, though. Homerun is going to be a fantastic glove to use against gremlins. So you have a bunch of minions coming after you, use the Homerun glove. It's going to clear out a bunch. It's not really going to keep you, like, massively protected, but if you use it right on top, chance of surviving Ooh, that's the way you're gonna use Homerun. Sit on top of the hole and then use it. Don't let them escape. If they escape, then you're probably a dead person. Next up is Slicer. The hitboxes on this are pretty big. It actually might counter, now that I think about it. So if we have these goobers climbing out of the hole, they can easily be erased by a Slicer blade. Definitely a massive counter. This is gonna stack up next to Reverse as one of a top tier counters that you can use. Highly, highly recommend it. Now, Excavator. What happens in the process of you using Excavator? What happens if you go beneath the ground? Ooh, massive counter. So, you cannot jump out of the ground to kill them. So this could be a great counter. I'm not going to list it as a top tier counter because you can't attack them. So interesting little counter there. Now what about Thor? So if they're coming after you and you use the ability, no, it does not save you. But they cannot attack people in an animation. So if you can gather them all up in one specific place and then use the ability, they'll all jump on you at the wrong time and end themselves. So Thor can work in the animation process. Just do it in that exact method. Cloud. This isn't a counter, this is a combo, which is hilarious. You're gonna have to let your friend go solo on your cloud. You could just be up in a cloud and then send down an air raid of, of minions from the sky. That is great. And then they go right back up. They can jump as high as they need to attack a user. Doesn't matter if they're really high or really low, they will go after you. So Cloud is definitely gonna be one of my favorite combos to use with this glove. Now we're on to God's Hand. Can the time stop the gremlins? No, it cannot. Do not use God's Hand. So another speed glove on the list is going to be Acrobat. This is going to be fantastic for you to use to evade and get out of the area of somebody that's coming after you. They were just spawned on you, what do? So you use your ability roll. Get to the side over here. Anywhere that you can make them fall off the ledge. Perfect. So does the bus glove affect minions? So if you can land it, yes, but the probability and odds of you actually landing the bus on all the minions are so slim that I just don't recommend bus. You can use Mitten, and you can get the reverse present out of it, but let's be real, Mitten's not going to be a counter for this. Phase is going to be amazing, because they're going to be hard targeting you, and when you're in your phase ability, guess what? They can't get you. To use your phase ability, once they go to attack you, guess what? They can't attack something they can't hit. Phase is a massive, massive counter. You can use Warp if you slap somebody, and then somebody casts the minion on you. You can use Warp to teleport to somebody if they're like a distance away. That can be used as an escape, but in reality, I'm not going to use this as a counter because you're relying on a third person. Can you bubble one of the minions? That would be hilarious. Yes, you can. It doesn't do anything, but I mean, I guess if you're being chased, you can just keep bubbling them away. That is hilarious. I did not think that you were going to be able to actually sit here and bubble these little gremlins. It's a counter, but it's not the best, but it's a funny one. So now Shard. I think Shard's going to be amazing on a counter list, as you're going to be able to hit multiple. As soon as you see them spawning in, you could just use your ability right there to kill a lot of them. We highly recommend that you use the Shard glove. So the next counter on the list, and this is a massive, massive counter, it's going to be Orbit. When you have the circling gloves, it makes erasing all the little gremlins so easy. So when you have these, just keep going in a circle, and look at that. Dude, Orbit is amazing for this. You could, of course, disarm them before they use their ability, but we are looking for much better counters. What happens with the Rattlebones and Larry? Oh god, Larry fell. So with them chasing... it like drags Larry. It's like Larry's alive. Whoa! Larry's not a counter. I didn't even know what to classify Larry. Charter is going to be a fantastic glove. Don't go to attack the minions. You're going to use this like any other speed glove. You're going to want to get this as an escape route to an island. So we're fighting. Oh, they spawn it. Guess what? Just go way over here, run yourself, and you'll be a-okay. Can you use the glitch ability to glitch the little minions? I would try to clump them up, but you can definitely drag them into one little bundle, which is hilarious to see. But they all come right back out after. So it's not necessarily a counter. It's just going to use, it's like a speed glove without the speed. Because you can sit here, use this, drag them all. Whoa. Make sure they don't get too close. You could drag them all and then get to the side of the island that makes you safe. Fish glove. Use this as like a speed glove without the speed. You're fighting, and then you have them spawned on you. Just, you can kind of run away, go to wherever you need to. Heave yourself to another island. Yeah, that's the best way you're going to use fish. They're going to fall right off. And as soon as they do, you can flop yourself right back and then go back into fighting. Now, Leash. Can they use their ability while they are leashed? Oh, it spawned him beneath in the ground with the way he's facing. Yes, so if they're facing straight up, oh, no, nothing even happens. If you can land the Leash glove before they use their ability, you can counter them. Psycho is going to be a glove to escape. This is not an offensive, this is defensive, so this is not a full counter. This is just something that you're going to use to evade perfectly. You might be cornered, you might be trapped. As soon as they find you in an area where you're like, oh no, what do I do? Just glide over to the island, and guess what? You're safe. They can't get you. And then just glide back over once you're done. So that's what I recommend with Psycho. Can you hit multiple with the Kraken? This is a slap, so I think Kraken might be top tier on this. Yes, Kraken's a massive, massive counter. Every bit of that gremlin that spawned was just immediately erased, so I highly recommend Kraken. Now we're on Rob. This is a fantastic counter. This just immediately erases every bit of anything that comes after them. Just go Rob form, they can't touch you. Look at this. You just erase all of them. Rob, big OP. What about Rojo? Can you use the Rojo ability to shred all of them? You can be in an animation, which is perfect. They can't kill you whilst in an animation. That's the big thing here. I would group them all up in one area. Once they're grouped up, use your ability. They're going to try to attack you, but you're in an animation, and it's an extra long animation, meaning they're not going to be able to hit you at all. Oh my gosh. Goodbye. Now, can you shoot them? That's another thing to see. They could definitely be shot. So Rojo, I love as a counter. Not only can you evade them in the animation, but you can shoot them to kill them. So Rojo, love this as a counter. Can the retro hammer or bomb, can that do anything to affect these little minions? All right, they go to spawn. No, the hammer does not work. Rocket launcher cannot be hit. The bomb does not work. I didn't even think about this at the time. I was so upset with the retro. But you can use, if you're being chased, you could use the retro glove to get right over here, use the ability, and get a blast. And get that speed boost. You really don't even need it. You can outrun these goobers just on yourself, but it's better to use speed, and using the bomb with retro can indeed work. And then you could always null another null user in like a head-on-head fight. And that's gonna do it for all the counters for this glove. Ladies and gentlemen, what was your biggest counter that you didn't see coming, and what was your favorite counter? I think the biggest counter I didn't see coming was gonna be Rojo. I didn't know Rojo was gonna have such a good ability, but it was fantastic. My favorite counter probably is either reverse or phase. Those are super counters. Reverse kills the user, so it's a little bit more favorable. I do like Slicer as well. But thank you so much for watching this, ladies and gentlemen. Shout out to these amazing goobers who helped me out with this glove today. We have Klee, Carl, and again, Bio. Big W's. But ladies and gentlemen, I hope that all of you have an amazing rest of your day or night whenever you do end up watching this, and I'll see you in the next one. Later! I did it like 3 times because I kept messing up.